This is week 3's assignment. It's the Tuesday assignment, modeling with integers. The directions say use words from the word bank to label each picture. Each word is used only once. Don't know a word? Look it up. So we have our elevation model, our money model, and our temperature model. Part of being a successful math student is using what you already know to help you with things that you may not know. So if we're talking about freezing point, we know what freezing is. We get cold. So we should at least know it's somewhere in this range. I'm gonna let you know right now that freezing point is 32 degrees Fahrenheit for water. And so it's still within this cold chunk here, but it is above zero. Let's move to the right and look at sea level, right? We should be looking for a model with water because we see sea. For sea level is identified as 0, that our reference point for sea level is 0. So when you're thinking about being up in the mountains, right, you have high elevation, but you might even just be on flat ground and you would be above sea level. So think of those words, high elevation, high altitude, in your reference for what you know about mountains. I want you to notice how I have the words in the pictures. You can also put the words off to the side. And as long as they're in their correct area, it doesn't matter the order. So don't feel like high altitude is supposed to be above high elevation. In this activity, I just want you to recognize that high altitude and high elevation are above 0, that they are positive. Let's move down here and check out break even. Break even is a money model word. That means you did not make anything and you didn't make anything and you didn't lose anything. So if you're selling something, right, if you have any like earrings you make, or if you crochet, any of those types of things, if you are selling something, you didn't lose money and you didn't make money. So break even is a reference for 0 on this money model. Notice down here I have bankrupt and withdraw. Bankrupt is a legal term for not being able to pay back your debt. And so if you have a lot of debt and you really just can't pay on any of it, there's people and organizations that declare themselves bankrupt. So that value, the integer that would represent bankruptcy, would be a negative number. The same with withdraw. So if you're saying I'm withdrawing $200, that number would be represented, that integer would be represented as a negative 200. That does not mean that your whole bank account you're in the negative. That just means that that action of withdraw is a negative integer. So take some time, go through, make sure to mark off the ones that you did do so that you can be sure that you get to every single word. There are words like lowering. I'm leaving that up to you for which model you want to put it on. I'm asking that you only have to use it once. If your heart so desires that you want to put it on multiple models, go for it. Just make sure it gets on a model. And let me know if you need help identifying what some of those words are. But I also expect you to use your tools in hand. If you have a cell phone, an internet, or if you have a dictionary, or if you could just get a hold of me.